Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. So, my viewers, my subscribers, there is a song that I want you to check out. It's on YouTube. There it is on your screen. It's called Journey and it's done by Ebo Warrior. It is a very nice song. Check it out and show Ebony some love. Tell her Popeye sent you. Please subscribe to her channel also. Ebony, big up your nice, clean self. Enough respect. Now, today, we are going to drive and talk. We didn't carry any news update Friday or yesterday. So, today, we have a jam-packed video. But first, prior to the Declaration of Independence of Jamaica, Jamaica was made a West Indies Federation province of the British West Indies. At that time, Jamaica was still under the rule of the United Kingdom. At the time the island entered the Federation, Norman Manley, he was the Premier of Jamaica. Norman Manley made various constitutional amendments to allow for the process of decolonization to quickly take place. These amendments also allowed the country to have more self-governing powers and permitted the formation of a cabinet led by a premier. In early September 1961, the governing People's National Party, they announced a competition to write the lyrics of Jamaica's future national anthem. The finalists would be judged by selected members of parliament. The competition received almost 100 entries. It closed off on May 31, 1962. The selected MPs, who were the judges, they were given two options of anthems to vote for on July 19, 1962. A script was chosen with an overwhelming majority. The winning script was written by Mr. Hugh Sherlock and the music was composed by Mr. Robert Lightburn. The national anthem was selected in July 1962 and has been officially used from that date. The first verse of the national anthem, it goes like this. Sing with me. Yeah man, stand up. Anywhere you are right now, get up and stand up. Stand at attention. You can stand at ease. Eternal Father, bless our land. Guard us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defender, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever, Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. So, here's some sound, you know, when I was singing the chorus. Boom. So, I could do it again. The chorus. Jamaica, boom. Jamaica, boom. Jamaica, land we love. How me sound? Talk truth. How me sound? You know what? News time. So, a few months ago, I called the names of 3 young guys from Ginger Hill in the parish of Anova. They were said to be firing shots in the area and they had persons running scared. Now, I used to live at Ginger Hill for a while when I was young. Ginger Hill was always known to be a peaceful community. But you see, these young guys, so when I spoke about the 3 young guys, I was threatened with lawsuits. I told the persons who were threatening to bring it on. I am still waiting on the summons because, you know what? Anyhow, by now, it should be known that the threat of lawsuits not frighten Popeye. So, after I called those 3 names, persons in the area were telling me that I left out one of the main guys' name. They call him Red Rat. Red Rat, I have a question for you. Red Rat, I hope you are listening. Did you pull gun on a man a few nights ago? That man, them call him Kangri. They also call him Man. Red Rat, did you pull gun on man? Red Rat, if you did that, it is a serious crime. A word to the wise. Well, a word to the hoodlum, or the intended hoodlum. So, in recent times, trust me, the Trelawny police, them have done some serious work. For last week, they have recovered 4 illegal weapons and a number of ammunition. The latest find, it took place on Thursday night, November 17th, 2022, about 7:30. It took place along the Saltmarsh Main Road in the parish of Trelawny. So, this is what we are learning. A joint police military team, they were on an operation along the Saltmarsh Main Road when they signaled a black Toyota Voxy which was being operated as a taxi to stop. The persons who were in the taxi, they were ordered to come out. A man who was a passenger in the taxi, it is said that as he disembarked the taxi, he ran away, making good his escape. When the security officers checked the seat that this man was seated, they saw a black knapsack bag. The bag was searched and bingo. In the bag, they found one conic 9mm pistol with the serial number erased, affixed with a magazine containing 18 rounds of 9mm cartridges. Also in the bag was one Taurus 9mm pistol with the serial number intact, affixed with a magazine containing 17 rounds of 9mm cartridges. Also in the bag was a box. It was found to contain an additional 12 rounds of 9mm cartridges. So in that one knapsack bag, the police found 2 guns and 47 rounds. Do you think this guy was on his way to hand over these guns to the police because of the gun amnesty? Can you imagine? Can you imagine for a moment how many lives were saved because of the action of the members of the security forces? Trelawny police and soldiers, enough respect. Job well done. I'm talking about me telling officers about job well done. I got some voice notes from a half idiot in England. His name is Anthony Burrell. Look at the screen and listen to one of the voice notes that this half idiot sent to me.
By those link, me there England and listen you, you not go nothing. All you company to advertise food, bar, food, this, advertise car, sale and them thing there. Take a leap out of thing. The man don't have to know like, none of describe nothing. But then I look money out of this. But you look money, I pay police to come talk about well done, well done. Well done, police, well done. And talk pay big likes. I look likes and friend. Real man don't do anything. I talk about you advertise food, drink, car. Continue at the advertising. That's what you want to do. Take a leaf out of the man stamp for Jamaica and then come beat down Jamaica and beat and depend pay thief in police and corruption police. I big likes. I look friend, I buy friend. I that to come do, you know, I do nothing but history and this and history. That you and history. Everybody in Jamaica know what you talk about already. I ain't done me there. I mean like me used to listen to you and you turn pay likes a beg. I defend police but well done this, well done that. You see and you the man that deal with truth and rice. I pay you deal with. I look friend and money. I big up police and I lick up police hole. Batty boy, go ahead.
Well, the response I sent to half-idiot Anthony Burrell is not fit to be played over here, so. Trelawny police and soldiers, job well done. And who not like when me say it? Who not like when me say that? That a few no business. You see over here so, we defend law and order. If the police are so that they do foolishness, we are going to call them out for it. But if they are out there doing the do to protect you and I go to big them up for it. And who no like it, that a few business. And still in the parish of Trelawny, we are learning that a 24-year-old backup man. Now, do you know who is a backup man? It's not only Jamaicans living in Jamaica who watch this channel. So let me explain to you who is a backup man. If you go to any bus park or taxi park in Jamaica where public passenger vehicles are being loaded, you will see some guys who are looking out for passengers to put on a bus or on a taxi. When that taxi or bus is loaded, the driver or the conductor for the vehicle will pay these men. They are called backup men or loader men in Jamaica. So his name is Kelvin. Kelvin is 24 years old and he's a backup man in Falmouth. We are told that on Friday morning, November 18th, 2022, about some minutes after 11 o'clock, Kelvin, he was at the intersection of King and Cornwall Street in Falmouth when he and another man, known as Bumpy Head, they had an argument. We are not sure what caused this argument, but it is said that Bumpy Head, he used a knife to juke up Kelvin all over his body. Kelvin, he was seriously wounded and he was rushed to the nearby Falmouth hospital where he was admitted in a serious condition. At the time we were recording this video, we hadn't gotten any update as to whether or not Bumpy Head was held by the police. If we get any further update, we will certainly be updating this story. The mayhem. Now, in this next incident, the Betheltown police, they are carrying out investigation to ascertain how a 57-year-old man met his demise. Listen to this strange chain of events. Yesterday morning, Saturday, November 19th, 2022, about 2:30, a man, he was awoken by fire coming from next door at his brother's 7-apartment concrete house at Galloway in the Betheltown area in the parish of Westmoreland. The house, it was owned and occupied by a man named Steadman Barnes. Steadman, he would be celebrating his 58th birthday next month. It is said that when the brother went and checked, he realized that the fire was coming from a bedroom occupied by his brother, Steadman. The back door of the house was open, but Steadman, he was nowhere to be found. It is said that the brother and some neighbors, they fetched water from a drum and they put out the fire. The fire was extinguished. A search was launched for Steadman, but he was still nowhere to be found. About 8 o'clock in the morning, yesterday, Saturday, November 19th, a next door neighbor of Steadman, she went to fetch some water from her concrete tank at the back of her house. She saw something strange in the water. When she looked closer, it was the lifeless body of Mr. Steadman Barnes floating in the water. An alarm was raised and the police were called. The police, they arrived on the scene and we are learning that the fire department, they were also called. The fire personnel, they were assisted by residents to remove Steadman from the tank. From all indication, Steadman, he had drowned in the tank. We are also learning that the pants and shirt that Steadman was wearing were burnt. So it's obvious that he was in his room when the fire started. It is also said that no burn mark or mark of violence was seen on Steadman's body. So the theory being put forward is that Steadman, he was in his house when the fire started. His clothes caught fire and he ran and jumped into the tank to put out the fire. Are you following me? Let me see if I can describe the tank for you. You know those water tanks that are found mostly in rural Westmoreland or St. Elizabeth? The bottom of the tank is concrete. Then there is board around the side with a window where persons send down the bucket using a rope to catch the water. The top of the tank is covered with zinc. Well, it is suspected that Steadman, he may have jumped through the window into the tank. The police and the fire personnel, they are carrying out investigation to find out what could have caused this fire. Because we are learning that the fire, it was mostly concentrated on the bed in Steadman's bedroom. The police, they are awaiting a post-mortem to see if Steadman really died from drowning. If there's any update, we'll be updating this story. Sad indeed. Now, in this next story, Shane McCalla, the husband of Chantel Blake McCalla. And for you, my viewers and subscribers, if it's the first you are hearing any of those names, I have done a lot of stories about them. Chantel, she was the mother of 4 and she was killed and her body dumped at a precipice in the parish of St. Catherine. Her husband, Shane McCalla, he was the last person to have seen her alive, and up until now, Shane, he has not been named by the police as a suspect or even a person of interest in this case. Earlier this year, Shane, he left to Canada with the children, and it is suspected that he has been in Canada since then. Shane, you posted this on LinkedIn recently. Look at your screen. This is what Shane posted. I would like to get a job on a farm. Willing to work, but it got to be a visa sponsorship. Shane, you know exactly what you did, you know. You know what you did to Chantel, and believe you me, you're not get away. You're not gonna get away. And JCF, Mr. Fitzbailey, DCP Fitzbailey, you are the man in charge of crime. What happened? How comes you are so silent about this investigation? Chantel Blake McCalla's case is no longer a missing persons case. It is now a murder investigation. DNA has proven that the skeletal remains found were hers. Is Shane McCalla gonna be allowed to get away with what he did? JCF, I am hoping that your silence on this one means that the case is getting attention. We know that Shane McCalla, he had big political friends from both political parties. But a serious crime was committed. Why may I tell you? So, the parish court judge in the parish of St. James has given Amoi Issa a maximum of 6 days to give the police access to her iPhone 13 Pro Max for analysis. Remember this. The police, they seized Amoi's phone from the day that Amoi's son, Gabriel King, was murdered. Yeah man, the police, they are in possession of the phone. The police, they are of the strong view that if they can have access to the phone, they will be able to solve the murder and find out who it was that paid the money to kill Gabriel. Amoi, or is it Mike? They are trying to block the police from having access to the phone. So the judge, she has made a ruling. This is what Amoi's lawyer had to say. And have you noticed how much lawyer them change since Gabriel died? You notice? Wasn't it not too long ago that King's Counsel, Valwenita Robinson, released a statement? So now, her current lawyer is Chuck Cameron. After the case on Friday, after the judge made the ruling, the lawyer said this outside of the court, and I quote, "My client wants the police to complete their investigation and find out who was responsible for her child's death. If the police wanted the information in the protection order, the cell site data, they could have gone to the telecommunication company, and that is what they have sought in the production order. So my client, listen this. So my client wants the police to conduct their investigations with all means necessary to bring an end to this matter and discover the culprit. She is distraught as we speak as a result of her losing her son. You know, so some people, them really take with for idiots. You know, did Mr. Cameron, did he just say, my client want the police to conduct their investigations with all means necessary to bring an end to this matter? Then, Mr. Cameron, Mr. Cameron, I know you're well paid, you know. I know you're well paid. But, yeah, man, you're doing your job. So, I'm not going to cuss you. I'm not going to blame you for anything. But, your client have now instructed you to appeal the ruling of the court. And I am sure that when the appeal court rule against her, she will be going to the Privy Council. Amoi, and Mike, we are not fools. Both of you are clearly hiding something. But Amoi, if you think say your husband money I go save you, you are making a sad mistake. Amoi, listen to me. Money was paid to get rid of Gabriel. Just hope that money is not paid to get rid of you. And by the way, I'm gonna need to talk to a Canadian immigration lawyer. I told you before that Mike and Amoi, it was our information that they are planning on going to live in Canada. The question I would like to ask a Canadian immigration lawyer is this. There is what is known as medical inadmissibility as it relates to immigrants being accepted in Canada. The fact that Gabriel was an autistic child, would he be deemed medically inadmissible? We continue to dig. Stand by. Also, JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force. I am sure there was an application submitted to the Canadian Embassy. I am sure you will be able to view it. Take a good look at it. And we continue to dig. So let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to do it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell, then click all. So that whenever we upload a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Now, in the final story for today, this one took place at Moreland Hill, in the Little London area, in the parish of Westmoreland. It took place yesterday morning, Saturday, November 19, 2022, about some minutes to 8 o'clock. That man on your screen, his name is Kish Evans. Kish, he celebrated his 36th birthday earlier this year in May. Kish was said to be a very talented welding technician. He lived at Old Road at Moreland Hill in the Little London Police area in the parish of Westmoreland. So we are not sure what's the genesis of this, but it is said that early yesterday morning, Kish, he went to his uncle's yard to talk to him. His uncle's name is Fitzroy Fray. Fitzroy is 56 years old and he's living in the same area, Moreland Hill. Fitzroy's yard, we are told that it's situated on the top of a hill. It is said that while Kish was in his uncle's yard, an argument developed between the two of them. It is alleged that Kish, he started walking out of the yard, but he was attacked from behind by his uncle Fitzroy. Remember, I told you that the uncle's house is on the top of a hill. Well, it is alleged that he was attacked from behind by Fitzroy, who pushed him down the hill. It is alleged that Kish, he got up and ran into a neighbor's yard. It is further alleged that Fitzroy, he followed Kish into the neighbor's yard and pulled a ratchet knife. This ratchet knife, he used it to make one joke to the left side of Kish's chest. Kish fell to the ground and that was it. It is suspected that he died on the spot. The police were called and they commenced investigation. We are learning that a search was conducted by the police at the home of Fitzroy and he was found. He was found barricaded in the house. We are told that members of the community, they came out and they wanted to apply justice in the jungle on Fitzroy, but the police, they would have none of it. Fitzroy was searched by the police and a ratchet knife with what appeared to be Kish blood was found in his waistband. So Uncle Fitzroy, he's now in police custody facing a murder charge for the death of his nephew Kish. Sad indeed. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town man a play blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder.